Hi everyone, this is Glenda Ganzon and welcome to my Nihongo class. For today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a sentence using want to plus verb in Nihongo. So let's start. In this lesson, we will be using Typeform, meaning want to. This word type should be added at the end of every verb to form want to. For example, tabemasu, meaning to eat. Tabe is the verb. If we're going to put tai at the end of tabe, it means want to eat. So, tabetai means want to eat. Let's create a sentence using tabetai. In this example, Ringo tabetai means I want to eat an apple because Ringo is an apple. So, Ringo tabetai means I want to eat an apple. Let's read this one once again. Please repeat after me. Ringo tabetai. Once again. Ringo tabetai. In English, I want to eat an apple. Before we will create more sentences using the Typeform in Nihongo, I will just walk you through the different examples of verbs plus the mas form and the Typeform. For example, tabemasu, which means to eat. If we add tai at the end of tabe, which is tabetai, it means want to eat. The next one is nomimasu, which means to drink. Now, if we try to put tai at the end of the verb nomi, which is nomitai, it means want to drink. Another is ikimasu, which means to go. So, ikitai, take note that there's a tai at the end of the verb iki. It means want to go. Another is kaimasu, which means to buy. If we add again tai at the end of kai, which means want to buy. So, kai tai means want to buy. Next is yumimasu, meaning to read. So, if we add tai at the end of yomi, which is yomitai, it means want to read. Another is kakimasu, meaning to write. So, if we add tai at the end of this verb kaki, or it reads kakitai, it means want to write. Next is mimasu, meaning to watch or to see. So, if we add tai at the end of mi, which is mitai, it means want to watch or want to see. Next is kikimasu, which means to listen or to hear. So, if we add tai at the end of kiki, which is kikitai, it means want to listen or want to hear. Okay, this time we will create some sentences using kai or kaimasu, which means to buy. We will also be using hong or book as our example in making a sentence, and kaban, which means bag, in creating a sentence. So in this first example, we will be adding tai at the end of the verb, which means want to create a sentence. So in my first example, I want to buy a book. Want to buy is ikitai. So we will just change mas to tai to form want to buy. So if we're going to translate I want to buy a book in English, it will be Watashiwa Nihon. So ikitai in this sentence means want to buy, and hon is a book, and of course Watashiwa means I. So I'll repeat, I want to buy a book in Nihongo is Watashiwa no ikitai. Another example is she wants to buy a book. Again, we will be using ikitai, which means wants to buy, and a book, which is hon. And from our previous lesson, she is kanojo in Nihongo. So if we will translate she wants to buy a book, it will be kanojo wa no ikitai. Let's read this one once again. Kanojo wa no ikitai. In English, she wants to buy a book. In my next example, please translate this sentence in Nihongo. Glenda wants to buy a bag. I'll be giving you 5 seconds to translate it. Okay, so let's try to translate them one by one. Glenda is Glenda-san, wants to buy is ikitai, and a bag is kaban. But we will not translate this word by word. So it will going to be Glenda-san wa kaban o ikitai. I'll repeat. Glenda-san wa kaban o ikitai. So Glenda wants to buy a bag in Nihongo will be Glenda-san wa kaban o ikitai. In my next example, we will be using Ikimasu or to go, and if we use the Typeform, we will only be changing mas to tai. So this will become Ikitai, and this will mean want to or want to go. In my following examples, we will be using Nihon or Japan, Gakko or school, Tomodachi, which is friend, and Sensei, which is teacher. In my first example, my friend wants to go to Japan. So wants to go will be Ikitai. Let's try to translate this word by word. My friend is Watashi no Tomodachi. In this sentence, we will be using ga. Ga is a particle that connects the subject and the place. So Japan is Nihon, and of course, we will also be using e, which is a particle that will be used for a place. So in this sentence, the place here is Nihon, which means Japan. If we will translate, my friend wants to go to Japan in Nihongo, it will be Watashi no tomodachi ga Nihon e ikitai. Let's read this once again. Please follow after me. Watashi no tomodachi ga Nihon e ikitai. Let's move on to my next example. Our teacher wants to go to school. Wants to go is ikitai. Our teacher is Watashi tachi no. Teacher is sensei. And school is gakko. And of course, we also use a particle e, which indicates a place, gakko. If we translate our teacher wants to go to school, it will be Watashi tachi no sensei wa gakko e ikitai desu. Let's repeat. Watashi tachi no sensei wa gakko e ikitai desu. Which means our teacher wants to go to school. In my next example, please translate it in Nihongo. I'll be giving you 5 seconds to translate it. Okay, so Glenda's friend in Nihongo is Glenda-san no tomodachi wa, and wants to go will be Ikitai. To the Philippines is Philippine. But after saying Philippine, we will be using particle e. So if we will translate Glenda's friend wants to go to the Philippines, it will be Glenda-san no tomodachi wa Philippine e ikitai. Let's repeat again. Please follow after me. Glenda-san no tomodachi wa Philippine e ikitai. Once again. Glenda-san no tomodachi wa Philippine e ikitai. In this slide, we will be having some exercises. You'll be translating this sentence in Nihongo, but I'll be giving you these words as your reference. Yumimasu, which is to read. Hon, which is book. Sensei, which is teacher. So in this sentence, their teacher wants to read a book. I'll be giving you 5 seconds to translate this in Nihongo. And your 5 seconds starts now. Very good. Their teacher wants to read a book. So, first of all, we will be translating word by word. There is carrera no, but take note that carrera is for males. For possession, there we will also be using no. For female, we will be using kanojo tachi no for there. Teacher, of course, is sensei. Wants to read a book is yomitai. Book is hon. So, if we will translate their teacher wants to read a book, it will be carrera no sensei wa hon no yomitai. Let's repeat. Carrera no sensei wa hon no yomitai. If we will change this one into female, it will be kanojo tachi no sensei wa hon no yomitai. Let's repeat. For female version, Kanojo tachi no sensei wa hon no yomitai. Once again, Kanojo tachi no sensei wa hon no yomitai. We will try another exercise. This time, we will be using tabimasu, which is to eat, ringo, apple, but this time it will be an interrogative sentence. If you remember from our first example, which is I want to eat apple, in Nihongo, ringo tabitai. But this time it will be an interrogative sentence. I'll be giving you 5 seconds again to translate this sentence in Nihongo. And your 5 seconds starts now. Very good. From our first example, we only add deska to make it an interrogative sentence. So, if you translate, do you want to eat apple? Or do you want to eat an apple? It will be Ringo tabitai desu ka? Let's read this one once again. Ringo tabitai desu ka? Which is, do you want to eat an apple? So this is it for today's lesson. I hope you've learned a lot from this lesson. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing. Also click the notification button so that you'll be updated with my new videos. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like. If you have any question, please write down below in the comment box and I'll be happy to answer them. If you have any suggestion on what video or tutorial video would you like me to do, please also comment in the comment box down below. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, bye!